It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. I can eat my dinner at a fancy restaurant. But nothing, I said nothing can take away these blues. 'Cause nothing compares to you. VigilanteWilliamson here on another episode of me playing games. And yeah, I just sung Sinéad O'Connor, a.k.a. It's a Prince song. Well, technically it's a family song. It was an act that was under Prince. It was their song first. No one would have heard it if Sinéad O'Connor didn't cover it. No one would have heard it because that album flopped. Very sad. As you can see, I got affected, even though, you would think, I'm not going to act like I was as big a Sinéad O'Connor fan, but when you look back and you talk about her ripping up the picture of the Pope on SNL, like that was a crazy moment. And we look back, knowing what we now know about the Catholic Church, it's like, wow, that was, we joke about stunning and brave. That was legitimately stunning and brave. And I don't know if they released the cause of death. Hell, Courtney, hell, cinch, and dildo. I don't know if they released the cause of death. Let me check right now. Sinéad cause of death. Because, yeah, that was legitimately brave. It ruined her career, ended her career. Because everyone hated her and she was wrong. But she put us on game on what the Catholic Church was about. So yeah, really sad story. No official cause of death. Some people have theorized what it can be because she's had mental health issues. I'm not sure if it's that or not. But yeah, that's a sad story. Sad story. So I need to do something different. Plus I need to do more with music anyway. So I'm like, I can't sing, but in honor, and I'm part Irish, so somehow she's literally a distant cousin. So I'm like, I can't sing, but in honor of her, I'm gonna go ahead and just open it up with that. But I want to thank anyone for watching me live or on the playback. Probably not on the playback because I found out this channel is still on Indian burial ground because I literally did a comparison. The Prince's version, yeah, he did it and it's not the same. Her kid self-deleted, unfortunately. Her kid self-deleted. And yeah, that was very badass. I'm glad you didn't hear me because I'm nervous as hell. But I'm like, man, combination of things. Like I said, that hit me today. Not every celebrity death hits you. And then when I looked it up, the day she did that, when she tore up the Pope's picture, was the day after my birthday. So I'm like, I have a distinct memory of that whole issue. And I'm like, oh, that's why, because it was around time I turned 5. But yeah, that was a legitimately brave thing. So rest in peace, Sinéad. If we knew then, we knew now, she would not have got killed. Celebrities nowadays may sometimes expose stuff, but now the internet knows. There was no culture for that back then, so just no one knew what the hell she was doing, and it really messed up her career. It was October 3rd of '92. I looked it up. My birthday, and I'm letting you guys know, you'll hopefully forget, is the 2nd. And I turned 5. And I don't remember seeing it live, but I remember just the controversy as a kid of it just being the thing. She might have been the person who introduced me to the concept of the Pope, man. Because again, 5, you know what I mean? The Westoid Catholics, I don't know, man. I don't know what is wrong with it. She was pretty with hair. Yeah, because that was actually her second album. back then they had artist development, so you might actually take multiple albums before you had a breakthrough. But on her first album, the later 80s, or the, I guess, late mid-80s, she had kind of a short little haircut. She was cute. Hell, Low Spec. I appreciate the gang being all here. You guys are dope. Let's see, Low Spec, Papa Cotton, Cinch Your Dildo, Kai MFS, obviously Courtney's Fellowship of Eyeballs. Talking about her Puerto Rico trip. That's right. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the Westoid Catholics, man. Lots of evil stuff out in the West. I mean, it ain't like they the only religion. Shit, I found out. Now, you guys may know. You know what? I ain't been messing with Paul for a minute. Let's go, Paul. Some of you guys may know I was raised a Jehovah's Witness, and they do the kid diddling stuff, unfortunately, too. So I don't know. How do you do? Oh man, I forgot all his combos. Hold on, cause I've been messing with Jack. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it either. There we go. No, still practicing. Did she become a Muslim? I don't know. I actually do not know if she did. So, I'm not sure. Gave her an excuse to cover up that cue ball. Oh, man. Was I allowed to celebrate my birthday? Technically, yeah. So, yeah, because we were like, I didn't have as bad of experience as other people with the witnesses. I probably had one of the best, because I've seen some people just tell horror stories. Like, we celebrate, like, we did. Like, we lied, but we did. We tried to loophole our way to birthdays, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. Only thing I really didn't do was trick or treat. That was the only thing. Looking back, that's for the devil anyway. And shit, like I needed any more candy. I had plenty of candy as a kid. I did not need that much more. So that's the only thing I really lost out was Christmas. Not Christmas. Halloween. But yeah, I did. I mean, I still got birthday presents and stuff like that. I still got, and they would do it like the day after or something else to kind of like, well, it's not, yeah, it is. But yeah, I didn't really miss out on that. But some people did. Some people, you know what I mean? You hear some stories and it's just like, oh man. Like some people really got their lives controlled and shit by the witnesses, man. Oh, you think you remember in a huge hijab? So maybe she did. Hellfish Chozo. Let's talk about channels. He has a new channel. It's the Fizz Chozo Experience. Please check it out. And as I'm discovering taking this channel back, I put out a video at the same time on both channels. One about Naya Inoue, how great he is, and one about Bronny James. The one about Bronny James on this channel got 15 views. The one about Naya Inoue got 600. There is no doubt in my mind there is still something wrong with this channel. None. No doubt at all. I love to catch Pasco or Hannibal. I'm not sure if I know who either is. Low Spec. I know I'm coming in mid-story, mid-convo. Oh, here we go. Let's not skip anything. I know Lucky Chloe. All that bullshit ain't gonna work. Well, it might work today. Yeah, some of the bullshit gonna work, but not all of it. She got that. Okay. You gotta be consistent for a while. You judge it. That's fair too. We'll see in 2 or 3 weeks of this. If it's 2 or 3 weeks of this, I mean, you're too aggressive. Lucky my time is off though. Oh shit. Bitch. Algorithm is a clan member. She really is. I say she. I'm assuming it's a white girl. The algo. Stop hitting buttons. Golly. Mashing all them damn buttons. Didn't I tell you to stop hitting buttons? You bitch. No, we'll see. I did think about that, Kai. You're right. I got to give it a few weeks of this channel being active. Sinéad O'Connor, before your time, because you're a younger dude. Before your time, she was a singer back in the late 80s, early 90s. She had a hit song off of, people call it a Prince cover, but technically it's a cover of a group that Prince produced called The Family. But it's called Nothing Compares to You. I did an impromptu cover at the beginning of the show, which was nerve-wracking. But hey, I saw something else, that wasn't just for honor. Part of it was to just do musical stuff in general. Saw something about creativity and intentionally doing, I don't consider myself a good singer at all. So I did my best. Yeah, she made that song hers. Absolutely. Her version is the superior one. Particularly the live version. Because I was listening to the live version. It's just her performing that live. She really snaps on that. That production, honestly, I don't know what was going on with that production, man. It was so of the time. You know what I mean? But it's really not exceptional. It sounds way better live. I know that's for a lot of songs. But no, it's not always for a lot of songs. A lot of shit sounds better in the studio. But I would say that shit sounds way better live with, like, some feeling and stuff. I mean, she put her foot in the song. It's a dope song. It's a dope song. Man, I'm getting whooped on. Just like Hurt is a Johnny Cash song. Yes, definitely. Hey, Dempsey. Appreciate you being here, man. Oh, that was nice. Damn it. Yeah, same thing. Oh, man. I'm getting whooped on. Damn it. Yeah, I'm getting whooped on. Sheesh. Fang is cheap. Fuck Fang. Damn it. Been slamming the studio. That's dope. How have you been? I've been okay. It took me forever to figure out why I already knew the lyrics when Cash did that cover. Yes, it started off as a Die Dish Dale song, but Johnny Cash definitely made it song. And speaking of the studio, I thought of doing a video of this. As y'all know, I spend way too much of my expendable income on studio equipment, and I bought the one of the new Behringer synths. This is the first time a Behringer synth went bad on me. I have what, like 5? Well, synth and drum machines between the two, like 5 or 6 different Behringer products, and this is the first one that went bad. I had to take it back, and unfortunately they're out of stock until next month. Oh damn it, don't give up like this, Got him. It is good to see you too, Dempsey. New place with 10 minutes away from Black Sheep and go. Got time, no space. Okay, cool. Good to see people connecting. Golly. Oh, shit. Dude, so aggressive. Little move never hurt anybody. But yeah, this Pro 800 let me down. I sent it back. They'll send the new one next month when they're getting more, or when they're supposed to get more. So if they don't, I might think about getting my money just outright back. Shout out to Sweetwater. You know, it did me okay. Probably shouldn't say that in case somebody from Sweetwater listens. Like, wait, I know who he is. I know your secret identity. Unless they had a bunch of them fuck up, which I haven't heard. You know, I've heard about Behringer supposedly not having the best quality control. It really just, you know, I hadn't experienced that. What I got? 1, 2. He thinks I'm playing fussy. I'm sitting there trying to count. 1, 2. I got 3, it looks like. And that would have been 4, so I was wrong. I felt like I had more. But I do got some other stuff. I mean, one of my patch bays is Behringer too. Take it. So yeah, I got other little utility products from Behringer. I never had any issues with Behringer until this. So, you know, I heard about their quality control. And like I said, never got bitten until today. So it is what it is. No, you know, I'll hopefully get one next month. And if not, I'll get my money back. Yes! Let's go! Oh, low spec got some part-time work. Dope. Dope. Come with the Behringer clone. You know, I never got that, the Moog Behringer clone. That's one thing I didn't get. I got the 303 clone, the 606 clone, the 808 clone, and then I just recently got, was it June? Beginning of June. That ARP 2600 clone, which has worked. That one works fine. But like I said, no issues with the, what is it, a Prophet clone? Got him. Love me some 808s. Yeah, me too. 808s. I try not to overuse them, but I mean, I not having that authentic one. To me, it's easier to get a bunch of different sounds off of it, man. Like I can, instead of needing 1,000 808 samples for different things, I can just process it and get the version I want. So if I want a more distorted one, I can get it. If I want a more boomy 808 kick or distorted snare or a thinner snare, I can just get it. And so I actually like it. It feels like it saves, you know, if for people who wonder, okay, what's the difference between just having all the 808 samples and and actually having this little synth? Well, cassette at least is analog synth, right? It's that I can get more control over, even though there's just not a ton of controls on it. But it's just enough, and plus, like, you know, you add some effects, you add some plugins, and you can get what you want. And so instead of needing 1,000, which I do have 1 trillion, oh man, you're getting this perfect. You earned it. No, you didn't. Haha. Uh-oh. Damn it, I fucked up. 304s are more fun. Uh-oh. 304s is 304. Hey, 304s can get itchy and scratchy like the Simpsons. So you watch out there. Watch out there now, especially out in Vegas, man. I know the 702 has the prime, you know, that's prime 304 territory. Thank you. Okay, you said they cloned. Yeah, the Moog is, I think it's over 2G. I think it's closer to 3, maybe 2,500. Maybe they went down. But yeah, the Moog or Moog, I've heard it pronounced both ways. Yeah, the Behringer 600. They had a smaller one for 300 or 400, but I do want the larger, the one that won the 600. But you know, I don't know. it's funny. I kind of taught myself out of getting more equipment, man. One, I need to make more music. Drill is fun to write. I have a few drill patterns. Just because I'm such a boomer, I gotta look up a tutorial to do the little drill programming. I just don't have that UK timing. I just don't. So I gotta look it up and like boomer it. Trap is easier to write for me. And that's another thing I gotta do with music. I have to just accept that I'm going to make music that's derivative. I have a few different things in my tool bag. I can do the 80s style. I can do my little fake version of LCD sound system. I can do the soulful style with different percussion options, including no percussion at all. I can do some kind of trappy pop stuff. Learning the drill, but I mean, it's, you know, I can apply some of those patterns to stuff I already have. But instead of, because like sometimes I'm trying to be like so innovative and like smart. It's like, man, I'm not that, you know, everything's derivative. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to accept that and just stop trying to be like, I'm not radio. I want to be Radiohead and Prince, but I'm not as good as them. And I got to accept that. And just do derivative fun stuff. Have fun out there, kids. Sheesh. Sheesh. Do I have to get whooped? I always get whooped on my first time, but then I have them downloaded a lot of times. Let's go. Want to be successful in music and learn hypnotic chord progression. Well, I mean, I do know some of those simple chord progressions. Hell, I was just thinking that another thing about Nothing Compares to You. That's one of those songs with the, you know what I mean? That kind of like, oh, every chord progression is this. That's definitely. Got him. Solid bass player. Right, bass lines. I got that's nothing. I got bass options. Now I got all these damn synths. This vocal kick. I think I might even have some software. Well, I mean, it's not that hard to write once you know how to write a sub bass, it is. But I mean, writing a bass line can be its own, you know, challenge. Oh shit! Here we go. Next to the wall too. Oh fuck! That ducking. Ah fuck! Damn. Should have had that 1-1. Got him. Shit. Stop making this hard. I got a podcast to run, asshole. You sit there fighting your damnedest. I gotta talk shit. I'm talking about Sinéad O'Connor, music, pop music. We got a lot of stuff to write about. Chord progressions, people seeing bands, and I gotta keep up with that. You're out here fighting like it's life or death. You're fighting like it's Evo. Chill, my guy. Chill. Your pop music is made for the masses. But I'm not trying to be, you know, that's another thing. I'm trying to be I got this hipster. I want to be, you know, artistic, man. And that's why I can't make shit, because I'm a perfectionist. They ain't perfect. Like everybody else. And perfect is the enemy of good. And it's the enemy of being productive as well. Okay, you love that. Nice. Told during my studies, don't write music for musicians. They're broke. Absolutely, that's a good point. But I'm still looking at artists that are wildly popular. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain things I'm trying to do that you're all creative and stuff, man. You know, you just don't get it. And I'm exaggerating somewhat with that. Golly. Just mashing buttons. Oh, I had that blocked. Fuck you. I had that grab blocked. I'm sitting there trying to have a conversation with this asshole won't stop hitting buttons. Oh, now you're going to stop right there. I need you to hit button. Jesus. Oh, come on. Here we go with this. Okay, asshole. I thought you won. No! Fuck! Prince didn't release Manic Monday, which is one of my least favorite Prince written songs. I think that song is so trash. When I found out, yeah, I'm a perfectionist. That's just the reality, but I got to get over it. When I found out he wrote that, I lost a tad a bit. I'm like, this cheesy shit. Because that's a song at one of my old jobs. The pop radio station would play constantly. Feeling like a Manic Monday. And I just hated the song. I'm like, this is the dumbest, most simplest song. I just knew whoever wrote that was Caucasian. I just knew there's no way anyone black could have been involved with this song. I think he was making fun of white people with that song. I'm going to write the most basic Caucasian. Like, that song was... I can't believe he wrote it. I can't believe the guy who wrote When Doves Cry. I can't believe he wrote Nothing Compares to You and Manic Monday. Those are two totally different songs as far as especially when you talk about the lyrics. One has this forlorn love story, and another one has no meaning at all. It's just mindless garbage. And it's like, how did you write both of these? But you know what? That's a testament, and it's funny. He wrote them both the same year, I think. The same, which is also the same year Purple Rain came out. Now that I think, I fucking know because I've been looking up on Prince, and I got an audio book and everything. Shit! And Brian Ferry's whooping my ass. Yeah, I'm not a perfectionist with this stuff, but with my music, I am. I know, yeah, I'm the opposite actually with my content, which is why there's so much of it. I'll just do something content-wise, no problem, right? But with the music, I'm like, it's got to be good, man. I'm like real sensitive about it, which is why a lot of it hasn't come out or I don't do shit with it. Few musicians who was not set in a certain genre, yeah, absolutely. What video? Okay, check this out. Yeah, Prince's version is not as, to me, as good because the Sinéad one, and then even that video, the Sinéad O'Connor, it's just a simple video. Most of it's just a close up on her. But yeah, Manic Monday is so trash. I cannot believe this guy wrote that. In addition to all the other material, he in the same year, this guy wrote Manic Monday, Nothing Compares to You, and When Doves Cry. One of these things is not like the fucking other. How the fuck did Manic Monday get made? It was, but that's a testament to Prince is one of those guys. The reason he was able to do all the genre stuff, when reading this story, this motherfucker literally every day he possibly could made music. Every single day. Every single day he could. Now, is it every day? No, you had tours, you had stuff to do. He had stuff, he did a movie, right? But in a year, he's writing a song 180 days after 100. He's trying to put up 180 songs, or at least 180 attempts at writing songs a year, at least. And so that's why, oh man, he has all these material. That's why he was able to get 2 or 3 albums ahead at times, because he's just every single. That's why he was able to produce for so many other artists. It was a habit, and he was. They said he wasn't a perfectionist. It's just like, okay, once it's done, it's done. And then we'll figure out what's good. He accepted. He had no problem, and that's why he, the great ones have no problem making something that's maybe not the best just to make sure it's made. Like, apparently 2 of my favorite producers are similar. Madlib and Alchemist spent all day in the studio. They make beats every fucking day, and I gotta get that type of habit. You know what I mean? That's where productivity is. It's not in trying to make the best thing or something that's not crap. Yeah, 5 minutes on the toilet gets Manic Monday done. He can write those jingle songs in sleep. Yeah. Oh my God, for one of my favorite, if not the favorite, my favorite artist. But I mean, he also was good at knowing what the fuck, you know, to write a hit. So he knew, okay, this might not be Mozart, but they gonna respect. It's probably one of, as far as the songwriter, got to be one of his biggest hits. That song was huge. Good enough is good enough. Artists are generally perfectionists, but you gotta know when to call it. Yeah. That's what it's down to. Like I said, just accepting. I gotta accept being derivative. You know, no idea is original. I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel. If I do, it's gonna be on fucking accident anyway. Oh, that was perfect. I was in my 40s before I openly admit to liking Prince. To be fair, Alan Madler, I know the Alan Madler should spend time bitching on about Disney and YouTube. Yeah, they be less productive, way less productive, just like me. I mean, to be fair, the stuff Prince wore, just like y'all know for the that infamous Charlie Murphy story, he was dressed even worse than what Dave Chappelle had him. Apparently, they say he, like, if you guys ever see the Kiss video with the black little blouse thing he has on, he had on more of a blouse, like for real. I mean, he wasn't dressing masculine, man. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't dressing masculine. So I get how that was just like, you know, if we're talking about softening the culture for LGBTQ, yeah, pause. Gotta pause. I respect this guy. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. There's no doubt he softened the culture for LGBTQ stuff years later because, man, the stuff he wore. He literally wore assless chaps at like the MTV Awards. You know what I mean? Like, he was, you know. And again, I'm trying to be respectful. Again, one of the greatest musicians of all time. At least pop musicians, popular musicians, to be able to write so many different genres, release jazz albums later in his career. One of the most talented musicians, could play the guitar, play the piano, play the drums apparently, he could play everything. He could play, I think, the saxophone or some shit too. In the 80s, the sissy crap slave pussy back then. That's the cover story for why he wore it. And I think that was the case. Because it wasn't just him. His whole first band was wearing, like, he said it was another dude in the band that he would just wear clear pants, like, so see-through pants and shit like that. So that was their thing. They said, man, we wasn't dressing for the dudes, we were dressing for the ladies. This is what they wanted. So, you know, the crazier, you know, y'all mentioned Cinderella and all them other bands from the last stream. That was the shit in the 80s. To dress like a chick. That was the shit. That was, you know, I don't know. And then it just went away one day. It was like the way to get hoes was to dress like a hoe. And all of a sudden it was like, oh no, we're back to jeans. Like, we just stopped. Which, thank goodness. Because my fat ass wasn't about to wear no corset. But it just stopped. It just like came one day where like every guy, didn't matter, white, black, whatever, everybody had, you know, leather, and even, you know, fucking Eddie Murphy's making fun of this shit. He's in this like tight purple leather pants and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's just the way everybody dressed. And everyone said it's like, it's the 90s. We're gonna put jeans back on. This is probably too much. Yeah, people, this nail polish purse shit is actually tame compared to that shit when you think about it. You know what I mean? We see a lot of people, oh man, the nail polish, taking away masculinity. Like, bro, they were way crazier about this shit in the 80s, man. Way crazier. Yeah, the glam hair metal, glam rock, hair, whatever you want to call it. Had to hide like a Motley Crue. Yeah, people had lots of coke. Yeah, there was a lot of cocaine. That was the drug that kept the 80s. I got a hot take. Without cocaine, the 80s wouldn't have been the 80s. It wouldn't have been as great. We wouldn't have had. That's one of the most creative times for pop culture as a whole. Music, movies, TV, ever. Like all the franchises we know and love pretty much came out in the 80s. Even something like Star Wars is actually mostly in the 80s, not the 70s. Yeah, maybe it's a ice cold take. We've done this probably on the Primetime Kings or the Culture Crime Fighters, where we went into like 1980, 1981, 82. It's like every week. It's like Ghostbusters comes out next week. Then Terminator, and I think Terminator came out 82, so you get it. You're not really. But like there are certain stretches of which like the 5 or 6 weeks, 5 or 6 iconic things happen franchise-wise. It's like here's Ghostbusters, here's Transformers the movie, here's Purple Rain, here's, you know what I mean? And it's just like that was all like a month. How? And because it was cocaine. And I think one of the big issues you talk about Hollywood and just entertainment in general is big commercial entertainment is so much more afraid to take risks. This goes back to what we were talking about with my little creative block. There was no fear of taking risk in the 80s. Part of it because the budgets weren't that big for things, but they just didn't, they weren't scared. They weren't scared, and there was just no fear of failure. And part of that is just the cocaine. I feel like part of that is just the cocaine color and everything. It was the cocaine allow for the risk to be taken. All the execs are on cocaine. All the creatives are on cocaine. You know what I mean? Now what are we on? We on Fetty, lean, pills, opiates and shit. We ain't getting shit done. And the only shit that execs are gonna get done, all the execs are on Adderall and shit. Oh man, he's whooping on me. I'm gonna try this guy one more time. Pantera said the writing on wall stopped being glam and went for thrash metal. Yeah, 84 is insane. Yeah, now we got SSRIs and bath salts, all that shit. Grew up in a small flyover state town, lots of mullets, beer fighting, metal, posse, and dragos. Yeah, man, it's a different time. Yeah, 84 is insane when we talk about all the stuff that came out pop culture wise. Golly, he's just picking me apart. Yeah, all the execs are on Adderall and Xanax and shit, and SSRIs, and they ain't got no confidence and shit. And they only do big budget movies. It's just a mess. That's why we got all these. And listen, man, CG. This is part of the conversation we started on Primetime King. The CG thing, as far as like not Comicsgate, but CGI. Part of the problem with that is it's still expensive. It never lowered the cost. It makes things more expensive because you need 100 motherfucking programmers, and they're working these motherfuckers crazy hours. And back in the 80s, you would just have a motherfucker just put a puppet up. You know what I mean? Actually make a puppet, or actually, you had somebody they'd use a tube or some shit and come up with a puppet. They'd use whatever the fuck they had. There was ingenuity to it. Now, I think the technology's got everybody spoiled. It's like, oh, well, just use tech. Just use this. Just use... And if we haven't already... And I'm going to stop playing this guy. He beat the shit out of me. A lot of artists make CG, not programmers. CG... I said programmers. I just meant people who work on CG. I just know those houses. Hellfish chose those back. The CG houses are overbooked. A lot of them, as far as mainstream media. So yeah, you're not incorrect. Where there's a lot of artists doing the design stuff. So we'll just say, the professional CG artists they're not cheap because there's so much use of it, and there's only so many people actually doing it. And similar to the game industry, they don't quite pay for what the work is. So it's a nightmare. They when they did practical effects, and I'm not saying you do everything practical. Dempsey was born in the late 70s. I was born in the late 80s. I was born in 87. So at the end of the 80s, technically I was still 2 because I wouldn't turn 3 till 90. Oh, no, 87. No, yeah, all right. Look at the art. Girls being sexy, guys being tough. The mixes. Yeah, we had a lot more. Oh, shit. Play another ball. I hate playing. I hate when I play mirror matches. Shit. Oh, man, I'm getting whooped on. Oh, speaking of music, this guy has a Spotify. Check out Formerly Lynn on Spotify. Fellow musician and Paul player. I appreciate you being here, guy. You're on the stream. You don't even know it. Or maybe you know it. I'm fucking up inputs. Got him. Do remember some? I don't really remember any of the 80s. I only remember early 90s. I remember the early 90s. Like as a 4 or 5 year old. But the 80s I do not remember. I was too young to. Damn it! Don't do that move. Thank you. Oh, man. That was nice. Let's see that one coming. Golly. Fuck. Rocking out to Smells Like Teen Spirit in his diapers, basically. No, that would have came out. When did that come out? 90 or 91? I would have been like. Actually, I didn't do preschool. I just went. Did I go kindergarten, first grade? I think I went kindergarten, first grade. I may have been kindergarten. I can't do the math this quick, especially sitting there trying to play. Got him. I was already slinging by then. I think it's funny when people think the 80s were the best ever when they were literally shitting themselves for most of it. I don't claim no I was going on in the 70s. It was the entertainment, man. It was an entertainment golden age. So what it is, we grew up. What are we watching on VHS? Watching 80s movies. We have the Goonies. We have Ghostbusters. We have all this stuff on VHS or if you had early cable. Well, I guess it ain't early because early cable was the 70s. But you know what I mean? You had cable in the 90s. So all the stuff that you would have grown up on in the 90s would have been 80s stuff. And so that's part of the reason. So, being I consider myself a 90s baby. You know what I mean? I don't really consider as much as I love the 80s. But the material, I was too young. But what did I grow up on? I grew up on 80s stuff. Perfect. That was nice. 90s. That's when the PC started. Oh, that's when PC like. Is Red Shirt here? Let's see. The 20s were the best. Shout out to Red Shirt if you are here. Sorry, I'm trying to Tekken. Got him. Channeling his spirit. Oh, you channeling Red Shirt. Dare taught us drugs existed, right? That probably was the point of it. I mean, I remember watching, not at the time, but like since then, they show like an old report, and they basically are telling you how to make crack. Like, there's the new craze of taking over the street is crack cocaine. It's cocaine mixed with baking soda. And it's like, wait, what are you trying to do, random newscaster in the 80s? Are you trying to encourage the fucking creation of crack cocaine? Because if I didn't know any better, I would say you're trying to encourage the creation of crack cocaine. There was 80s PC. No, there was around the early 90s. People are retarded now. Everything is conspiracy. What was conspiracy? And you just said it. What do we say? I mean, I guess that might be a conspiracy. PC started to see where I succeeded. They didn't have anything important left to bitch about. I see. Well, yeah, because there was PC in the 80s. That's when the public advisory sticker came out. Tipper Gore. That hoe. That was 80s. The Filthy 15. And all that stuff. Even before Dare's cops would come to school and tell you how cool drugs are. Like the Red Pill podcast and OnlyFans. All these podcasts are supposedly Red Pill and all this other shit, but all they do is show you OnlyFans girls. Cause they know it's some OnlyFans for a lonely man. No. No! That was straight censorship. I see. PC is like a different language they forced on everyone. It's not winning around. That Tipper Gore shit happened years before. I think it was 82, 83, maybe even 85, 84. It was before I was born. I'm pretty sure of that. So I couldn't tell you. I have to take you guys' word for it. Golly. Fuck. That's when something became mainstream. Commies would cancel each other using PC since the 90s. Censorship leads to political correctness. Correctness leads to discrimination. Discrimination leads to the dark side, right? Two Live Crew court case with censorship without all that whappening. Them and Tipper wouldn't have got modern rap, yeah? They showed us a custom pipe. It was a cop car you smoked out of a tailpipe. What? Modern rap means showing the radio, the evolution of rap. That's a good question. I mean, because Listen, I've been freed. Thanks to, unfortunately, I have to give Ascension Dildo credit. And by the way, shout out to Spotify, formerly Lynn. We're just sitting there fighting this guy. I don't know if his music's good, but check it out on Spotify. But mainstream hip hop. I mean, first of all, I don't think as much as I can be a boomer myself, I don't think all mainstream is terrible. But there's a lot of good hip hop going on. There's a lot of good music going on. It's niche, just like everything else. You know what I mean? Damn it. NWA got Rap TV. It was needs sanitized. Rap's political. Ooh, okay. It's funny. I mean, you say NWA because they did start off a lot more political. But a lot of people would say the group, or the person most associated with depoliticizing rap would probably be Dr. Dre with The Chronic. And Doggy Style, obviously producing, well, that's another controversy for another day. Whether or not he really produces or just as engineers. I'm not, that's it. How many can of worms do we want to open per episode? I ain't going to open that one. Got him. Yeah, let's allow speech to be explicit because of the decisions. All music be clean lyrics they hadn't done. I see. NW hit the mainstream. Yeah. Yeah, David Bowie did shame MTV into putting black musicians on. And that was part of the reason Prince and Michael Jackson hit. Because it was the same year as I did not mean to do that. Is it gonna work anyway? It is! Oh shit, I should have did the combo. Oh well. Said without NWA, I think there's a few people as far as rap lasting. I think if NWA never existed, so long as all these other artists existed, so long you still get a Public Enemy, so long as you still get Run DMC, LL Cool J, I think rap would still exist. Now, would the West Coast have happened like it happened? We said Ice-T. You said Too Short later on. But, I mean, that was the 90s when he became mainstream, even though he was around since the 80s. But, I don't know. I don't want to take away NWA's credit because they definitely are hugely impactful for rap existing the way it does, good and bad, right? But there were other people also hugely impactful as well. It's kind of a shared credit thing. You kind of need everyone when you really think about it. You know what I mean? All the acts I just mentioned, if you don't have kind of all of them, you know what I mean? And another act that a lot of people, if we're talking about popularizing shit, love them or hate them, Vanilla Ice, man. Love them or hate them, Vanilla Ice is necessary for rap being, I don't want to say take it seriously because who took Vanilla Ice seriously, but rap being mainstreamable. After Vanilla Ice, you start to get rapping like TV commercials. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say your conclusion is not without validity, right? NWA is definitely pivotal. Like, I don't know, because I'm like, yeah, you kind of. I feel like rap becoming mainstream. You needed every ingredient you got. I think you needed everything. But you can't just. I think there's something to it. I don't know just taking NWA rap being the same. You know what I mean? They helped cross over a Public Enemy even, despite their. They were selling a lot of records for what would have been a kind of an underground sound and political message, man. Man, I'm getting flipped. Sold a ton of records. And of course, Run DMC. Obviously, you guys talked about the Aerosmith. So I just think you need a lot of stuff. And then you still need Eric B. and Rakim, even if they're not as, and Big Daddy Kane, even, they're still somewhat commercially viable. They still have platinum albums. Slick Rick. You need that. I think you need the whole cast. Because that's what made rap. That's what made rap is that, ironically enough, was the diversity in sound. Because especially think about in that era, we talked about the glam metal and the glam rock. That was all that was on the radio. Well, with hip hop, you could get an NWA song, which doesn't sound like a Run DMC song, which doesn't sound like a LL Cool J song, which doesn't sound like, you know what I mean? Doesn't sound like a Slick Rick song. And so there was a lot more, like at that time, especially, a lot more sonic diversity into rap. And creative diversity. You know, Fat Boys came out a few years before that. EPMD. People didn't sleep on EPMD. They were another group that that had a lot to do with popularizing it, just, you know, making it more palatable or palatable, whichever pronunciation you prefer, for the mainstream. Not just even amongst, another thing I think people forget about rap. Rap also had to cross over to black people, believe it or not, because R&B was the dominant genre, right? So you had the guys that would have been a little older, guys and gals a little older, or even of the age who were more R&B focused, getting them to aboard to hip hop had to happen too, because it could have been a fad. You know what I mean? Could have went and gone. Fat Boys was ASMR before its time. Oh, come on. Your Digital Underground. It had a cast. I think that diversity of cast. So like if whatever your gateway drug it was into hip hop, once you got in, you found all this different stuff. Like, whoa, I got all of these different sounds and different people coming from different places. It felt like you know, that they talk about the hair metal taking over the radio, and they talk rightfully so about Kurt Cobain kind of and Nirvana changing that. But I mean, it was a lot of things. It was like that being so dominant made everything that kind of came after stand out. And this is just my assessment. I'm not talking like I'm an expert on all this shit. You know, I was shitting on myself as established. I was a kid still pooping my diaper at this time. You know what I mean? I think hip hop's musical diversity is what put it over. The dip Tootsie Roll. Ultramagnetic MCs. Yeah, there was so many. There was just so much, and I think that helped hip. That still helps hip hop when you find like a group of artists, right? And you find like gateway drugged into a scene or something. And it's just like, oh man, there's this, and there's this. Especially if you're talking about independent hip hop of this era, I definitely think the diversity, the musical diversity, helps it. Golly. Bring the noise you got. I did see you guys mention the Anthrax and Public Enemy. It was just a Public Enemy song, but I think I know the Anthrax version more, probably because of Tony Hawk. That's it. No! Rap had roots like JJ Fad, It Takes Two, Bell Biv DeVoe's R&B. Yeah, that was nothing. New Jack Swing when it started to mix with R&B again. As much as it, you know, it had to sell to white people and crossover, it also had to sell to black people who were established R&B fans. That was a huge wave in that happening. Because, you know, just like anything. Oh, man, I should have had this fucking match won. So that definitely had to happen as well. So that when you had, you know, that girl is poison and that kind of more hip hop aggressive production style mixed with R&B, that also helped it kind of cross over as well. And then, you know, New Edition doing little raps and shit in their songs. And that was, you know, the start of that. You would have the rapper on the R&B song. You know, we mentioned Prince. He wrote I Feel For You for Shaka Khan. He didn't write the rap part. They got a little rapper Shaka Khan. You know what I mean? Tony. There was a lot of that stuff. That y'all give see Tone Low. Y'all just Cool Keith is still releasing music. Didn't he just drop something? Was it like a month ago? Started with Public Enemy. That's why I like LP's production so much. He's like a Bomb Squad evolved. Yeah. And what's interesting, I mean, he does sample and he says, you know, you don't always know the samples, which is dope. But you know, Bomb Squad was, you know, there's a lot of keyboards and there's like a lot. There's some keyboards and some guitars and stuff there. A lot of it's sample based. You know what I mean? Oh, golly. Okay, guy, you're better than me. Listen to any of that back then. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. It's crazy that he even started as Marky Mark, right? Because anyone is going to remember, like, it's only remembered as like a joke. I don't even remember. What was it? Good Vibrations? Didn't he sample that? Wasn't that the song he had? Wu-Tang and Cypress. I'm a huge Wu fan. I was not a Wu-Tang fan as a kid. They were like, oh, these are the old guys when I was young. And I didn't understand it, but then I just grew into being a huge fan. I think the album that made me a huge fan of the Wu-Tang, ironically enough, was Ghostface, Fish Scale. That was the one, and then I went back. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking of. Well, I say that, you know, I did like the Triumph. I think everybody liked that shit when that shit came out. Because that first verse by Inspector Deck. I bomb atomic. I don't want to fuck it up. Cause I don't know. I got to practice it. But bomb atomically, that shit, that first verse is one of the most iconic verses ever. So everybody kind of try to remember that shit. Wu-Tang deserves credit for like popularizing like lyrical, like, you know, Biggie was lyrical. There was a lot of lyrical guys, Nas obviously, but as far as, again, popularizing something, you know, at that time Wu-Tang sold a lot more than Nas. You know what I'm saying? For the first couple albums, first run of Wu albums, and then I found GZA. When I found GZA, I was like all in. And then the Purple Tape, Iron Man, which is probably not Ghostface's best. I think Supreme Clientele is better. I think Fish Scale is better. But a lot of good projects. A lot of, obviously, the first album. ODB's projects were cold too. And ODB was kind of like, he showed, you know, even though he's not going to be, you don't think of him as an influence on this age, he kind of, you know, he did the off-key singing without auto-tune. Liquid Sword still's bang. I'm a huge Busta fan too. I was a huge Busta fan back then. I feel like, you know, Busta may not get all the credit he deserves. You know, he was around since fucking Scenario. You know what I mean? Did Woo-Ha Got You All in Check? And, you know, I hadn't seen was it Psycho? So the very first time I heard that music was Busta Rhymes Give Me Some More. You know what I mean? So yeah, Busta definitely was dope. And he doesn't get quite the credit he deserves. Some people are starting to give it to him. Starting to be like, oh wait, this was, oh man. Oh my God, I can't do the input. He can do everything M can do and people never mention him. And, you know, he was popular first. And was wildly popular. He did a song with Janet Jackson, remember? Like, he was a superstar. You know, infamously up on the damn stage with, what's her name? Martha Stewart. And it was obvious she was looking for the BBC, and I ain't talking about the British Broadcasting Company. He was like a huge star, and it's almost like he wasn't. He was a star that made like major singles for like 15 years, and for some reason he's not credited as such. Like, he was still going on till the Touch It days, and that was like what, 2006 or 7? Break Your Neck. Like, he has singles and albums that are dope. I still like album cuts. He's got a song with DMX and Jay-Z, and has one of the better DMX. I ain't gonna say the best, because DMX got a lot of verses. One of the better DMX verses you'll hear. That shit's cold. It's called Why We Die. And that was never even a single. But I love that fucking song. It's one of my favorite Busta Rhymes songs. It's him, Jay-Z, and DMX. And it's cold as shit. I think Swiss Beats made the beat. Cold as shit. Yeah, Busta is crazy underrated. Crazy underrated. I think, you know, like I said, now he's starting to get his credit. You know what? I'm not going to sit here and bash the youth. It's very hard to go back and try to hear. This is the thing that's hard for any young person in general, is I can't say the word. Acclimating yourself, that's probably better, to production that's before your time. Like, it can be done, obviously. Synthwave did it, right? Yeah, the Native Tongues crew got fucked over and fell off hard. They did fall hard. How dope they were. And Busta kind of was, leaders of the new school didn't really go too far, but, as far as the solo artists, probably went the furthest. Just started Snow. You know what's funny about Snow? I just watched, just earlier, probably maybe an hour before I came on air, was watching the in living color Jim Carrey impersonation of Snow, which actually was pretty well performed, by the way. Realized Jim Carrey had the breath control to do the little singing rap thing, or singing Jamaican patry. I can't say the right word. Kind of faking Jamaican accent, which apparently he did grow up around a lot of Jamaican immigrants in Canada and whatnot. But it was actually pretty good for Jim Carrey. He put off the parody pretty well as far as the performance. It's like, wow, this is actually like damn, you could actually kind of flow and kind of sing, little Jim. I ain't know you had it like that. It is kind of better, yeah. It's like, damn, you actually had more talent than you showed. And I kind of gotten into a bunch of those parodies. Those parodies are pretty good. Living Color. I got into the song that T.I. sampled, Gypsy Woman. Man, that shit was the fucking lyrics in that song, and that the parody basically predicted modern pop music of like, you'll just buy anything. I can make lyrics about anything. That's the whole point of the song. Because the lyrics ain't the most logical in the original. Got him. First show was the Metallica solo on the Black Album tour. And sorry if I don't read your comments again. I'm still trying to game. God, I keep fucking up the input. Thank you. Damn it, he finally hit me with this fucking thing. Oh, fuck you. Got him. First time saw Metallica when they opened up for Ozzy on the Ultimate Sin Puppets tour. Had a metal up yours shirt. And Toronto has a big Yardie population. Poser bitches. Back in those days, I was watching everyone who gave me shit for Metallica wearing all their merch. So you got shit from Metallica till they got popular. I see. That's how it is a lot of times.
Round one. Fight.
Got him.
Round two.
Mechanics is a better song, just saying. Damn it. Time to go. Go listen to Dut Down, first album on Black Moon, which we had that album, the Black Moon. I don't think we had the Smith and Wesson or the Helter Skelter. I end up liking more of like Shine, maybe because that was kind of I got to see some of that era live with Sean Price and like Knife Wonder. That would have been like high school. So I actually listened more to that than I did of like Helter Skelter. To be honest, just because I was listening to that as it was coming out, that sort of stuff. Don't think I didn't remind me every chance I get to talk about the Metallica. Is he good? Okay. Damn it. Oh, man. Kill 'Em All sounds amazing on vinyl. Everything sounds better on vinyl now. Got it. I don't know if everything sounds better. I do like the sound of vinyl, though. We'll switch. It wasn't the vinyl, it was Cliff. I see. R.I.P. to him. I saw Biohazard 15 times, but never on purpose. Happened to play with all the bands I did pay to see, like Sepultura. I do not know them offhand. Pantera. This Black Moon beat. Oh, man. Try to check it out at least when we're done. I can do that in a fucking match. You know, I just won't with that, but still. Fuck the input up all the time. One thing I do want to say again about this channel, I'm going to keep this channel around no matter what, whether I can monetize it or not. And I am going to create a music channel at some point, but I might if after being more active on this channel, the algorithm is still giving me shit, I might create a fourth channel and do the videos on that and just become a streaming channel. And that's just maybe it. But we're still gonna put videos up on it. We're still gonna try to get monetized, and we're still gonna keep it regardless of what happens. But rather than not, there's just way more channels. Cause you know what? I don't want to be a fucking corpo, man. I did a job interview today, and the truth is I don't even fucking want the job. That's the fucking truth. I don't want the job, and I'm blessed to have a job I have, but I don't want to be a corpo, man. I don't want to be. I lied and said, yeah, corpo is the life for me, but that's not what I really want. So I gotta, I'm gonna keep giving this a try. Ooh, how did you know I was going to do that? I didn't know I was going to do that. You know that one. First two Metallica albums are perfect. You talking fighting words. Oh, man. I didn't mean to do that, I believe. Ride the Lightning, not so much, but Kill 'Em All is a different album, vinyl, and digital. Still going to try to get you to rate a few of my songs for me. Talking about me? The first song that you played, feel free to just toss them in the chat. The first song you played or that you had put the other day was cold. I'll take the first three metal albums from Pantera or the first three from Metallica, but that's just me. Watch your back, kid. Watch your back, kid. Watch your back, kid. Yeah, watch your back, low spec. You know, I will say about music, it is a shame that they took the soul out of the mainstream music, right? I busted a kid's lip in middle school for saying Ozzy was gay. Oh, man. But, like, there was a lot of good music and a lot of different genres. And, yes, there still is. There's probably more of it. But because it's so much harder to find, therefore a lot of artists, even good ones, can't get the support they truly deserve. because we know enough about the music industry to know sometimes you got to do something a little strange to make a little change. Shout out to Mbappe denying a $776 million deal. My first theory is they must have asked him to give up the butt, because why else would you say no to that type of money? But you hear about the entertainment industry and what you need to do to get on, and all the great music that now is hidden, and you have to search for it on the internet, and you have to somehow find it, and it can be easier, but it can be harder for the artists, the independent artists, to get their music to not even just the masses per se, but just to find the niche, to find the people who are looking for this music. So that it's a shame they've made that so difficult. It is. Still is, especially coming out of Japan. It's coming out a lot of international music in general. Oh, shout out to whatever the fuck and Molek this intro was doing. Yachi Miyaoshi. Please block this. Please block this. Yes. Oh, no. This is one of the songs I like for you to rate. All right, I'll check it out. Check it out when I don't know if I'm gonna switch games when the stream ends. I'm not sure how long we'll go either. Yeah. Been really fun hanging out with you guys talking. And I feel like I'm getting better at Tekken, which is all gonna matter not at all as soon as I say that, so I get whooped on. But none of it's gonna matter when Tekken 8 comes out. And I did not get a code for Tekken 8. Shout out to you, Bandai. I guess I'm not famous enough. All your famous streamers got codes, but not old Vigilante. So thank you for that. Or no thank you, I guess, because you didn't give me anything. That's that. Oh, shout out to low parrying. Ah! Let's go!
Round 4. Fight.
I don't think I can pull that comeback again. Oh, man. Saw Incubus and Family Values. You remember the Family Values tour? All those old tours they used to do. They don't do that shit no more. I wanted to go to the Family Values. I was like, what, 12, 13, or whatever it was. It was like Korn, Limp Bizkit, a bunch of other bands. I think DMX may have been on one of those Family Values tours. I want to say DMX and Eminem were on one of them tours. He said no because he wants to go to Real Madrid. He has already hundreds of millions of dollars. Why would he go to Saudi Arabia as a 20-year-old? It's a lot of money. That's why. $776 million. A 24-year-old, I should say. Spend money on concerts like a junkie. Let's see. I went to a Korn show, but it was Summer Sanitarium. $776 million for, wasn't it 1 year? That's an incredible amount of money. My assumption is they asked for the butt because, and I hate to say it, but you know they're known for the Dubai porta potties, and just to give somebody that much money, that's for 1 year allegedly. That's incredible. Papa Cotton saw Korn at Ozfest. So I haven't been reading the names. I've been reading what you guys are saying. I've really got to put the chat bar up. So you are the show. It's not me. It's you guys. So right at Ozfest, it was wild. Here you go. You're obsessed with the butt stuff. I'm not obsessed with the butt stuff. It's a thing, man. It's a thing. I'm just trying to figure out why somebody is obsessed. I'm not obsessed. Why would somebody, that's a lot of money just for 1 year. You can always go back. You can always go back after the year. So it was either butt stuff or Satan stuff. Maybe it was some Satan stuff. I don't know. But why else would you say no to $776 million for 1 year? And I get he already has hundreds of millions of dollars. But does anyone making enough money? Is there anyone? I'm not saying you just do anything. But that's what he already does. Is there anyone in the chat that has all the money they need, that doesn't need another dime? I don't know if there's anyone on earth that feels that way. So for him to feel that way, it's just shocking. And listen, fair play to him. I'm not telling him what to do. His brand's worth more. If he goes to a shit league, his brand will suffer. Maybe that's the thinking. There's a non-butt stuff, non-devil stuff legit reason. Or will it? You know what I mean? We're in the internet age too. And him dominating the shit league for a year, when he comes back, it's going to be huge that he came back. You know what I mean? And maybe that was the thinking. Like, man, you lose a year of your brand right now. It is a year of your prime. And I'm not trying, how valuable is a year of your prime? And I don't, we know what he's made off of football. We don't know what he's made from advertisements and shit. Kind of scared of how I react to that offer. That changes your whole generation. That changes your whole DNA line. Your whole line. Your DNA has wealth beyond, that's untold riches. You know how old storage is untold wealth? That's what that is. Untold wealth. Untold riches. I think it's worth the risk, the hit to the brand, which I do understand. Cause, like I said, I don't know what he's getting from all the marketing deal. He might be like, man, you think that's a lot, but I'm getting 300 million here, 400 million here, and really, I don't know. I don't know what his pocket's like. My compatriot from Real Madrid, Luka Modric, refused 300 million. He's 38, resigned to Madrid for 1 year. I see. So they're trying to get that. I don't know enough about football, obviously being a dumb American. Everyone heard that fucking deal because it's insane. And again, fair play to him. I'm not telling him what to do. I guess I'm gonna keep fighting this guy right. He want to fight me or not. Yeah, Dempsey says I'm actually kind of scared of how I react to that kind of offer. Yeah, I don't know. I hope no one ever offered me that much money for anything. As much as you want it, could it change your life? Because I would freak out. I don't think I can handle that type of money. How are they gonna build that league though? Because obviously that's the goal, and obviously Saudi is putting their fucking hands in everything, right? Everything, boxing, MMA. At some point, they were in the running to buy the WWE. Saudi is trying to spend tons of money to kind of change the international perception of their country. So this is why they make these crazy offers. Shit, this is why Fury wanted $500 million from him. This is fucking why, because they might pay it. Damn it. Some people can't refuse that, some can. I throw up. I'll black out. I wouldn't even know how to consider that much money. My life will barely change besides the tools I use. New PC. New fix a car, get a mic. Yeah, that's how you would want to live. It's just keep it simple. Fuck. Bitch, got me. Oh, you have to do all this. I gotta be, he's gonna run. I'm gonna catch him again. I'm gonna catch you again because we're the only two people on the internet, dude. Gotta beat this dude. I don't want that kind of money. I'll be dead a year, right? That's definitely enough rope to hang yourself, man. I like to think I live simply, but I don't. That type of money, I could live simply if I had, 50 million. Still a lot of money, but 776. Now, after taxes, who knows what that is? Oh yeah, he didn't fall for the bait again. All right. I know the taxes. I don't know what was he France, right? So I don't know what the taxes are like there. I'm assuming socialist high. So how much of that money does he really get? But I don't understand. Well, I don't know how they work. Yeah, 5 mil. Man, give me 1,000. The goal. You know what the goal for YouTube is? If I can get 1,000 a month, I would love to pay all my bills doing this, and that, like I said, I don't want to be a corpo. But the actual goal between however many channels I make, if I need 5 channels, 45%. Oh boy. And I think it might be untaxed getting it from the Saudi, but if that country is anything like this country, they're still going to want their cut for you being a citizen. Oh, Akuma. I hate Akuma. But if I could get 1,000 a month off YouTube, I feel like the King of Kings. Not the King of Kings, that's Jesus. But you know what I mean? I feel like the man. Saudi has no tax. Yeah, I thought he wasn't going to get taxed by them. But France is like America. He's still going to have to pay. He's still going to have to pay. I mean, if he still stayed there, he wouldn't, I'm not a French tax expert. Hopefully he can conduct the taxes regardless, because taxation is fucking theft. Taxation is fucking theft. Yeah, that's a lot of money. A lot of money. And again, fair play for him denying it. Everyone's going to freak out. I'm saying, oh, man. But you are right that it's not a real league established, and it could hurt his brand. And apparently he's not the only one telling them no. Mbappe is probably registered in Monaco, where the rich are. Taxes are way less there. I see. I'm not sure how the whole European tax code. I don't even know how the American tax code works, guy. So there's no way I know how that shit works out over there. But whatever you can do to avoid taxes, because boy, does your money not go towards anything productive. Shit, you know what? Another thing I was watching earlier is fucking Portland news, and boy, is Portland such a strange place. I mean, the people there are so afraid of appearing conservative, but still wondering. They know why their city is fucked, but they're so afraid to admit it to themselves. Like when you watch interviews where it's like you just want to say, hey, we need to increase the police force and try to do something about crime. And they get right to the edge of saying it, and they just can't because they're afraid. It is something remarkable, man. And, I hate the whole Democrat-ran cities because I know there's Republican-ran states that are shitholes. But some of these major cities are just going to hell in a handbasket if they're not already there. And, seeing just the drug problem. And it is intentional. It's RoboCop. Was it RoboCop 2? Yeah, I think it's the second one. Where they're trying to lower the property value. There's no doubt in my mind because they decriminalized shoplifting. They decriminalized all these things. They handed out needles. They did all this stuff to encourage the actual behavior. This is fucking shitty. You can't block that move. Fucking hate that move. I'm sitting there trying to have this point, and then this asshole does that.
Round 2.
Shit. But they encouraged this shit. It wasn't just like, oh, they literally did like policy things to encourage a more fucked up area. You can't tell me, especially with how much corporate development buys up a lot of these properties for the cheap. You can't tell me, because why else would you decriminalize shoplifting? Literally. Why else would you have all these bail reforms? You know what I mean? Buy up all the places, rent it to the plebs. Yeah, that's the goal. It's like they did everything they possibly could to increase the crime rate in all these American cities. And for it to happen across the board, it has to be by design. Like, hey, let's decriminalize shoplifting. Let's have bail reform, quote unquote, so people get in jail, get right out. Shit, you watch the shit that be happening in Chicago, these teen takeovers. Cops are just right there. We're just watching. Well, that was kind of smooth. Let me try to win. Fuck. As soon as I try to win, I get fucked up. Marx is what Marx is, apparently. That's clear. Got him. Man. Something else. Someone else. Marxists want to destroy the system and take over. Corporals want to profit off of the ashes. Well, they're working in perfect harmony in fucking a lot of these cities, man. Perfect harmony. Perfect harmony. Because, it's all one big club and we're not fucking in it. Not to say, listen, still shit on the Democrats. I ain't telling you. Never confuse me, my, shitting on conservatives, shitting on whatever, for liking the Democrats. They deserve to get fucked with. Yeah, I just want to be left alone, too. I just want to live in an area that's not fucked up. I just want everything not to be fucked up. But they want to increase homelessness. They want to increase criminality. They want to lower the quality of life and lower the property value. And yeah, you know what? If you're in Portland, if you're in Seattle, you're in California, if you're in a liberal area, you really do need to think about voting Republican. As much as I don't like them, you really do have to switch it up. You cannot just let the same party constantly, year after year after year, do the same thing and have no answers for it. At some point, like, you have to. And if you don't, your city's going to be fucked. And am I worried about them leaving these areas and then liberalizing the rest of the country like everybody else? Absolutely. Absolutely. Shit, that's part of my worry about the fucking passport bros. They're going to turn all women all across the world into these Western hoes because they're going to do the same thing they did to create these thoughts. You got to change your own behavior. But they have to. Like, I don't vote. I'm not going to participate in the political process. But if you do, and you live in an area that is predominantly liberal, and you are not liking the results that you're getting, you don't have a choice, man. You really don't. And I hate using that because, like I said, there's some quote unquote conservative areas that ain't too nice. But what's going on in some of these places, like, you have to stop voting there. You don't have a choice. Yo, what is the controversy with this try it in a small town thing? It's Papa Cotton reference. Don't try it in a small town. I am convinced the only people who think this thing is racist are white women and gay white men. I'm convinced. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are actual. Oh man, he's picking me apart with this move. Yeah, he got me timed with that move. Once they get power, they'll drop that Marks crap in a second. The worst part, they keep voting the same way and blaming everyone else for the results. Yeah, they just refuse. Like this one guy, like, yeah, I know the political officials, they have a tough job. Like, no. It's not that tough. Don't create laws and don't create policies that encourage criminals and encourage homelessness and encourage insanity. I think I'm good. Got him. I never bought that marketplace ideas. Those who have power fuck over those who don't. I agree with that. It is wrong to think they want you afraid of the riots. They definitely do want you afraid. American ideals of freedom and sovereignty are standing in the way of the WEF and the one world government. Are they? They used to be. I fear that they've already been knocked down. I feel like they've already been knocked down. And yeah, that's why I don't get too crazy about the voting thing. But boy, when you look at what these groups are doing, or these politicians are doing in some of these areas, and you know what? Another reason I don't get into voting, and who knows how I can word it on this platform, but at least it's the Stepchild channel, is, man, it ain't who votes, it's who counts the votes at the end of the day. Agenda is 2030. They still have time. If those cities and those areas next year, and I'm just talking locally, I don't know who the fuck is going to run for president. I don't know if we're getting Orange Man again. I don't know what's going to happen, right? But just for that local politicians, they've really got to, like, consider, if you're in, the Bay Area, Southern California, oh my goodness. Practice. You're in the Bay Area, you're in Southern California, you're in Pacific Northwest, New York, Chicago, some of these like traditionally liberal ran but destroyed cities. And I'm not saying the Republican Party has some panacea. I'm not saying they won't fuck it up in a different way. But you cannot continue to do the same thing in the same way and expect a different result. That's if you vote. If you don't vote, hey, no shame in that. I understand that because I ain't voting. But if you do, if you do believe in voting and you're in some of these areas, I don't know what you're waiting for. I really don't. Shit, no one can even tell how you vote. Just lie. If that's the thing, if it's social pressure where I don't want to be seen, just fucking lie. Who gives a shit? Yeah, I don't know how he won either. Oh my God, can you believe? Oh my God, just fucking lie. Who gives a fuck? Most friends are fake anyway. Lied to them, looked them dead in their eye, and told them, man, you voted for the other side, and continue your little relationship, friendship, whatever. You act like you gotta shit. Who cares? None of these politicians gonna come to your house and give you a check. So fuck them all. But if you're not voting for Republicans for some social pressure, motherfucker, lie. Your city is on fire, bro. American idea of being armed to the teeth is what's standing in their way. Yeah, and they are trying to attack 2A. Man, if it wasn't for 2A, we'd be fucked. I mean, they got, part of me knows if they really want to do shit, they can microwave us from out. They can use drones to microwave us. That's not even a conspiracy theory. That's something you can look up. They have drones and they have weaponry and they have all sorts of shit. They can fuck us up. They can literally send out a bunch of microwave drones and fry people from outside the house. But outside of that, when you talk about actually using force, like with, and I don't know if they really want to go to like, okay, we have AI death bots patrolling the world. I don't think they want to go to that level. Hence, we haven't, right?
Perfect.
Give us your vote and we'll tell you how it turns out. I'm sure that's legit. Consider how trustworthy they are, right? Here we go with this shit. Damn it. They're more scared of bad optics. Yeah, that's why they haven't gone just full overlord. They're afraid. They're scared to death of those optics. And I think they're scared. They're scared to boil the frog. That's why they, they up the temperature to pass whatever you want to say. 3 years, 10 years. They've upped the temperature, but they're still afraid of boiling the frog. Because, they can make January 6th out to be whatever they want. A real one of those gets real for them. Some of them go down if that shit's real. You know what I'm saying? If it's a real castle storming, some of them got to go. And they don't want to take the risk that they're the unlucky motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If they boil the frog, they're worried about the castle. Look what's going on in France. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of France, they don't want to boil the frog. They don't want to boil the frog. They need people on their side. Yeah, that's why they choose to control and push the narrative. That's why they're still using this bullshit, the narrative, and all this other shit. Soft power is more effective, yeah. Because, there's some kings that's tried that shit and it was off with their fucking head. You know what I'm saying? And they hear the only way to deal with 1984 is 1776 and all this other stuff. They know what's up. And so they don't, the reason we haven't got the high tech military level AI shit and drones and all that shit fucking with us, because that's the only way they could they couldn't use the military, right? They couldn't really use the military because once they know someone's going to defect off the strip, and so they would have to use robots. They would have to. They know people are going to defect off. They would have to be like, okay, guerrilla pimp move now. We run everything. We're doing, your dystopian future. And I don't think they really want that type of smoke because they know the pushback means some of them is going down. Maybe they'll win it, but some of those motherfuckers are going down. Like they're getting taken out. And so they'd rather do this salt. They'd rather keep trying to turn the temperature up and do this slow. Or, fairly slow. Obviously, the speed is increasing. Laws are only for the people who follow them. I don't disagree with that. Winning without fighting is the acme of skill. All warfare deals in deception. Absolutely. Speaking of deception, I'm about to get whooped on. I hate fighting this character. I can only fight this character with another bullshit character. I cannot fight him. I'm doing okay, but... Shit, here we go. Told you. Cannot fight him. No! Fucked up.
Round 2. Fight.
Like Exhibit and many other rappers have said, rather get caught with it than caught without one now. At least I get to live. As far as the laws and all that shit, man. Which, I mean, obviously I'm in Texas, so I'm cool with that, but Omerta works. I'm not sure. Fuck the law. I don't need the government telling me what's right and wrong, right? Shit. Look at this bullshit. Fuck you! Fuck this character, man. No, not like this. Thank you. Good God. Oh no, it's froze. Oh shit, here we go. Oh fuck. Fuck. Just getting whooped on. Oh my goodness. Fuck you. For frustration person, I cannot play this person again. Hell West, whatever cast. Did you stream today? You probably did. You probably might have been streaming while I was streaming. I was kind of looking. I'm like, I didn't see anything. Maybe you did and just, I don't know. It was whatever Wednesday, so appreciate you being here, man. Not sure how much longer we go. I'm going to check out Dempsey's song before we get out of here, or whatever he had put in the chat. You need more gratitude. I'm grateful. I was pretty grateful on it was a Sunday. I was all happy and shit. You did stream. Okay. Cool. I'll check out the playback. Well, you can check out the playback for this stream. Oh man, cool. We got a Legos mod for the picture. Wonder if he or I don't know if that's Legos. It's some mod. Yeah, I'm not sure how much we're gonna go because we have gone almost 2 hours. That's usually around my limit. Sometimes I can go 3. Oh wow! We talked about the age. It's a pretty flamboyant get up. Please don't lose this. At least not this round. Thank you. Don't be a pum vid? What's a pum? I think I would hit that. Damn it. Damn it. Please don't lose this. Come on, man. No, don't lose this. I said don't lose it. The opposite of what I wanted you to do. Damn it. Oh, final round. Fuck that up. Bitch, I can do parries too. You hoe. Damn it. Damn it. No! Oh, no. He's got me. No! Fuck! Look what I lost to. I gotta do this again. Fuck! First round was kind of a gift. And I didn't want to lose. The first round was a complete gift. I just got lucky. That was very close. Very close. No, I go in and out of conversation into like, oh, sheesh. Now he's got to download it. He's kidding with that fucking load. Big Mike KO. Yeah, this is definitely. Oh man, now he's putting the beats on me. YouTube censored pussy. What the hell? Is that what pum pum means? What did I do that was a pum pum? Oh wow, I'm getting whooped on now. Yeah, he's got me downloaded. I just know this person says bad girl. So yeah, this is definitely, they're fighting for the LGBTQ community. They're fighting for gay pride right now. They're mad it's not still Pride Month. Oh, only going for 2 hours. Oh, okay. Oh, you want more of me? I feel special. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, 2 hours is usually what we do. So, I mean, I think last stream went a little longer than 2 hours. I think 2.5. I could try to play Mr. Freeze. Well, fight Mr. Freeze on Batman. Oh, that was the wrong button. Oh, he parried that. I didn't know you could parry it. Usually call people cunts. I see. You say posse. I see. See, Kai's back. Appreciate you being here. He might have been here the whole time just lurking. This is my last time fighting this fun boy. I know that for sure. Look at the 30 views. Shout out to you guys. Are pretty loyal. You guys are really loyal on this channel, man. We'll see when the watch time gets there, how this channel is gonna act as far as the algorithm. Because it's definitely different between this and the Avengers. So we'll see if there's a, you know, obviously I'm planning on a third with the music. There might be 4 VigilanteWilliamson channels with like no all together, you know, 1,500 subs between 4 channels. Who knows? You are special, Vid, so special in your class for you and your other special. I see. I appreciate you. As long as you think I'm special. He keeps fucking parrying me. You know what? It's pissing me off. You use this fucking bitch ass parry. Now I'm trying to parry and I'm fucking up. See, I'm not playing this fight this fun boy no more. First one was close, the last 2 were not. I'm done. I'm done. I would hate to see that guy's hard drive. I would hate to see this guy hard drive. I prefer to use cunt with a K. Add that emphasis. Emphasis on the right syllable. Could play another game, I guess. Okay, now I can figure out what I've been imagining. Hi, I'm back. I see. Appreciate you being back. Appreciate you being back. And again, if you haven't liked the video, please like the video. I know it's my thing. Those likes are much appreciated. Is this the same guy? No, it's a different guy. Because he had different avatar. Same character was a different guy using. Old Court. Hello, Spec. Yeah, those likes and shares, too. If you share, sharing is caring, man. Please help this broken old channel get 50 cents a month from Google. That's probably all I'll get off monetization. Because YouTube is famously fucking with the monetization. They're paying out less. Because turns out being a censored filled jackass. Oh, you been oh, you do share? Thank you. You just been reading the chat with no sound. Holy smokes. That's weird. I guess you get to see the hardcore tech in action. Okay, free. Okay. Okay, he just quit. Wow. Liking a video is pretty gay. Listen, well, I'm going to need you to be LGBTQ friendly and hit the like button. You know what's gay? Leaving because I won a round and just quitting. That's what's gay. Jeez. It's Tekken. So it's going to be mad when Tekken 8 comes out. Absolute madness. Hopefully they don't allow shit like this. We'll see. At least let it count as a win or something. I guess sometimes, his internet could have acted up. It may not just be him quitting, but I never figure. Oh yeah, I'm not on Twitter. I'm only on Instagram and TikTok, and I barely use those. I got off Twitter, which is now called X. It's no longer going to be Twitter. It's going to be X. That's going to be more popular with the kids. At least Elon thinks so. Here's this douchebag. But yeah, I realized Twitter was starting to Twitter me. It was starting to Twitter me. I started to. Twitter is very easy for you to take yourself too seriously if you use too much Twitter. And I had been on Twitter for years and hadn't really used it. Twitter X. But yeah, they're using this X logo. They're going to be changing it too, which I think might be a mistake, but who knows? Who knows how it's going to work? But I know he wants to expand like the functionality of the app. So I know this is an effort of doing that. No. Thank you. I don't really use it. Is X going to start streaming and all that? I don't know. I would imagine so. Too many kids in the pool, kind of tugboat. That's the rumor? Okay. I know TikTok streaming. Obviously, you guys are talking about the NPC thing, which is just weird. I don't hate the NPCs because, shout out to anybody making money on these platforms. These platforms do not want you to actually make money off of them. None of them do. So, shout out to anyone making money. But boy, is that NPC stuff creepy. It's just nightmare feel for me. I don't get it. But make your money. Don't let the money make you. He wants it to be WeChat. Yeah, that's what I heard. He wanted to do everything. X represents our brains in Elon's crosshairs. Uh-oh. Papa Cotton, where are you? Car 54, where are you? I love NPC girls because it pisses off the right people. Why are people pissed about them? That's the thing I don't understand. I understand their appeal, even if it's nightmare fuel, more than I understand. Why are people mad? What angers people about NPC girls? They're entertaining. They entertain people. They say the little things in little creative ways. I kind of get the appeal. It's just I can't watch it. It just freaks me out. It just fucking freaks me out. But I don't hate them. Good for them. And shout out to TTV, just some Asian dude. I've seen this guy before. I think he's shout out to Kaiser, who does not know that he's trained me before, but he has. He's a pretty cool dude. Trained me on the ways of Lucky Chloe. And I think just some Asian dude is a guy who's in his chat. It's a small Tekken community is a small world. And apparently just some Asian dude is just some Asian dude who also didn't get a fucking code, or actually, maybe it hasn't started yet, the Tekken 8 for the Steam. We got AJ and Ego to do it. I see. I listen. The stream, just like they want money, the stream element spot is still open. So if you want me to do some NPC shit, you gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay. So yeah, y'all willing to pay for me to say some goofy NPC shit? I mean, it's your business. It's your business how you spend your money. Yeah, just some Asian dudes putting the beats on me too. Golly, I didn't know what was coming. I fucked that up.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh man, it's looking like a perfect. Oh, he fucked up. It's perfect. That's that. Oh, that's it. I'll play him again. H word passes. What's the H word? And did it all wrong by far the dumbest thing I've done on YouTube, thanks to Papa Cotton. I thought it was funny, a funny version of a bad freestyle rap. I didn't know what it was. It's weird. Honky. I see. Honky, I don't need a pass. Even though I mean honky, it's not 1970 anything, so who says honky? You're like the only person I know who says honky, honestly. I would have forgotten the word existed. I haven't watched the Jeffersons in a while. George Jefferson used to say honky all the time. I get around off you. Yeah, I can get around. For a milk bottle. Didn't you say something? Cinch Dildo has all the white racial slurs. Like Snow Demon and all this other shit. It was a bunch of wild shit. I was like, whoa, I never heard any of that shit. Fucking bad influence. Honky is hilarious. Especially your spelling. I'm not sure if this how it should be spelled, but it's like the monkey where you misspell it MONKE, so that's what makes it funnier. 3 C words. That cunt? Yo, I never understood what's the big deal about cunt. That's something I'm not Caucasian. I don't understand why cunt is like such a crazy word to use. Snow bunny and vanilla ice cream. But that's because they're thirsty. I'm getting Ritz canceled. There you go. They've been oppressing you guys for years, using a racial slur in their product. No more. Yeah, that's the. Oh fuck. Cracker. Oh, I see. Cracker. Nah. Okay, I've gone over the 2 hour mark. 2 hours and 5 minutes. I'm not a pump. It's 2:30 a.m. I'm probably not gonna sleep. It's not a big deal unless you are. I see. I'm probably not gonna sleep. So I'm about to play Dempsey's song that he had put in the chat. I am about to stop playing Tekken. We'll see how I feel. It might be wrapping up. I might get a second win and play some Streets of Rage or something. But I am starting to fade a little bit. But I wanted to play Dempsey's song. And we've gone over 10 hours. Or 2 hours, not 10. Good God, we're not going to do 10 hours. If I can get monetized, I'll do a 10-hour stream. But yeah, I'm not planning on that. That's too much. Oh, this one's on the YouTubes. Somebody already thinks it's so good. This is a few months old. Zombie Main featuring Drunken Poet, aka Dempsey. Okay, you can hear it. I'll just show the screen. Like I did last time, I'm just gonna mute myself, and just let you hear the song. Alrighty. That was pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Definitely had a drilly vibe, as Ascension Dildo said. I don't know. I think those slides, except for a remix Enigma. Some of those slides may not have been, I don't know. It sounded cool, though. As far as the 808 slides, whether they were in key, I'm not sure. Because the thing with a lot of those slides anyway, I mean, obviously it's a pitch bend, essentially, with a bass note. So nothing sounded like dramatically out of key to where it was like distracting. So it sounded pretty good, man. Sounded pretty good. Hey, you're making better music than me. because you're actually fucking making music. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed, man. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. Lord knows I don't know how to promote shit and get it to where you can be more popular. But yeah, man, your music's pretty good, man. So keep doing it, man. I mean, I know you already know that, but seriously, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I see it was a collaboration. Is this something you guys collaborated with, like, over the internet? I know you mentioned that, and I already forgot the damn DAW. The DAW/site. Always more where they came from. See, that's the mentality. I gotta make more music. Hey, I think it sounds cool. I like the little I don't know what you want to call it, like an evolving, not a pad, but just that sound. Your kid doesn't rap? ? It says Ascension Dildo. He does. He raps on our song Misfit. If you want, you can toss that in the chat. I'll check it out. He's got to be better than Tom McDonald. He's got to be better than Tom McDonald off the strength. So I'll check that out. Before I go. And then I'll get out of here. I don't think I got the energy to keep going. But I'll check out another song or two. If you want to. I know it may take a second for the delay because it's a YouTube delay. Oh, shit. And then, yeah. Play it again just for a bit. You want to hear hi-hats? Okay, we can play it. I'll play it while we wait. Let's see if you can toss a link out there. I mean, I'm going to still talk. I'm sure the music's way louder than me. There's the link. All right, he dropped the link already. Sorry. So no hi-hats. Let's Oh, is Zombie Man your son? Maybe that's what it is. Because I see this also features Zombie Man. He's actually rapping. Or Misfit featuring Drunken Poet. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me at least put it on the screen. Okay, I'm going to mute myself. We're going to listen to this.
Here we go again. Who screwed who when? Nobody alive now was alive back then, but all of a sudden it becomes huge news when you already knew that I already knew back then how the media does you against me again. But you refuse to see that they set it up blatantly to divide us eternally with no end by immutable characteristics. What the fuck is that shit? My great-great-grandpa in Ireland had nothing to do with you, so talking about taking my land to make up for it just won't do. Or how about my native relatives? Does that not count? Does that not quite fit the narrative? Or do you just hate that my family got to live through potato famine? English invasion. How about the IRA back home versus American public signs saying help wanted, no Irish in store windows? Or how about being indentured? Oh, but that doesn't count though. Oh, really? Why is that? Because the people who did you wrong kind of look like that? That can be more racist and you know it. You know it. And you're okay with it. That is the main problem with all of this, that you know it's evil and yet you still hold on to it. That is the main problem with all of this, that you know it's evil and yet you still hold on to it. Spread it all around you because misery loves company, and you're feeling funny and acting like the pill is due. But there is one big problem. This is not a me problem, but I want you to grow a spine, because frankly I didn't wreck your shit until just now, and neither did my bloodline. So perhaps you should take a step back or two and think about what you're saying to my grandma and sister, daughter and mom, when you say that white people are inherently demons. Fuck you and fuck that and fuck everyone who holds that up like it's some kind of fucking coupon. Go through life hating others for what you've done to yourself. Nobody is responsible to help you out of a situation when you could just help yourself like everyone else has done since forever. But introspection would be needed to go on that endeavor. That'll happen never, I'm guessing, because you'd have to see that there is a problem first, and that takes second guessing. So I'll guess first. You have a thirst for justice upon me for the things I didn't do or support, neither did my family. You have a thirst for justice upon me for the things I didn't do or support, neither did my family. You have a thirst for justice upon me for the things I didn't do or support, and neither did my family.
So, if you want my honest rating, I do like the beat. I do like the instrumental. I think some of the criticisms I probably would have are already in the chat as far as your son's inflection. Not the biggest fan of the lyrics either. Unfortunately, I don't want to be mean, but I don't know how young your son is. Cause it's not like, he sounds pretty young, and it's not like I was good as a teenager either. So it's like, if he's a teenager, it's like, well, you just kind of gotta keep writing until you get better, and there's no way around it. At least he has a song out, unlike me. So, the beat is still cold. I like the beat. I like the changes. Just needs more refining and just more. Like anything, more iteration. I mean, some of the stuff about his inflection. He was 16, so yeah, he's 16 using a gaming headset. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, I could tell. I didn't know he was using a gaming headset. That didn't sound a thing like Sinéad. You would miss the beginning. I did a cover at the very beginning of the first verse of "Nothing Compares to You," and I do not have the balls to try that again. Yeah, for 16, that's good. He sounded so young. It's like, how can you rate someone who's 16? Nobody's that great at 6. I mean, Nas, I guess. But you know what I mean? When you're 15, 16, 17, you just got to write your way out of it. And there's no other way for it. So for 16, if it's 16-year-old, to at least be fearless enough to just make the song, he deserves credit. It is rawness, yeah. And I think a lot of people do like that. There's something to be said about being bold enough to just do it at 16. So for a 16-year-old, yeah, that's solid. I don't want to be too critical, but yeah, his voice. And so if he's probably already improved. All the little critiques, he's probably naturally already improved. Yeah, his balls ain't. He's too young to how many young outside of Nas, I can think of no one. And he was 19 when Illmatic came out, but when that verse for Live at the Barbecue, I think he was 15, 16. That's like the list of rappers that were like really that good at 16. Nobody's good at 16. Oh, Earl, how young was Earl? Earl Sweatshirt. It's just not too many kids. Yeah, let's hear some new shit. Let's hear more developed, more refined. Let's see, since we're listening to your music, do you got something a little more recent with him? Or is he like, that was, when was this? What year is this? 11 months, so he's 17. You know what I mean? But shit, by 17, if he's been consistent with it, he could be worlds improved. So you kind of like the rawness in the sound. That's interesting, especially for someone spending all this fucking money on studio equipment. And she's like, no, you like that raw. It sound like you basically like the sound of the gaming headset. Because it sounds that rawness that, Papa Cotton even mentioned, I don't really like stuff when it's done by people who rap for a living. there is a kind of a liking of the like unprofessional, amateur because of the rawness. People do like that. Track's not even released. World exclusive. World exclusive. Okay. Zombie Man says he fucked up. I don't know how. But let's see. I mean, talking about in the actual post. I'll show you guys. Then I'll mute myself. Do the same thing. But he says I fucked up. I don't know. Song just called No. Gonna mute myself. And we'll see how he's improved in this year. Okay, that's No, and that gets a yes for me. That's probably the coldest song we played of the three. Maybe even including the one that we played on Sunday. That was cold. I like that. I like that. Even the sample that Central Dildo said he didn't like. Yeah, I think that was real cold. That was real cold. Not to say the other stuff wasn't, but that was like, okay, this stands out. So yeah, real nice. The production of all this stuff is pretty nice. So yeah, I think, hey, hopefully it inspires me to do stuff. For you and your son, y'all deserve credit for actually just making music and doing it. So like, keep doing it. I can only, yeah, I like the synth. There's the one synth. I'm not gonna try to vocalize it, but it's the one synth. It almost put me in mind like an Outkast type synth line, It comes in when the bass gets a little heavy. And then another thing, did that clip for you guys? Because it was clipping on OBS something fierce. It would just look red. I'm like, oh man. So apologies if it didn't sound as good as it could have on my end because of OBS. I could have turned it down. I just had it at max volume and it looked like it was clipping. So I could have messed up the experience for you guys. I'm not sure how you guys heard it. I heard it sounding pretty good. I thought it sounded pretty cool. Said the hey won't be in the final mix if we add lyrics. I see. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. Courtney says it could be something that could be on the soundtrack of that movie Kids. I said that movie Kids. That's how Eminem said it. Yeah, I thought that was cool, man. You guys doing pretty good music, man. Pretty good music. I say keep doing it, man. I say, that's inspired me to like, man, I need to just make music. Just, everything gonna be perfect. Just make music. Maybe I'll be playing you guys some more music going forward. Like I said, I want to do a music channel, and we will. Well, we will. So, thank you for sharing your music, man. Real dope stuff. Real dope stuff. And, even though we were a little critical of what your son was a year ago rapping, I hope he keeps doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just all you can do is write your way out. You make meme music, too. Uh-oh. I kind of know what meme music is because there's so many music in memes, right? Especially nowadays. But, what is intentionally making meme music? What's that process? Recommend us some rappers you can check out. If you're not on, I'm going to go with the same list of, we're critical, not mean. Hopefully we weren't mean because, B16 had the balls to write a song, especially you can tell it was something that's really, it's part of the zeitgeist of this modern internet shit. So it's something that's really on him. The fact he did the research talking about, potato famine and stuff, you could tell he really meant it. And there's something to be said about that. There's something to be said about really meaning and stuff. And, we're all 16, so it's not like we all were 16 once. So it's not like he should stop rapping. It's just like, hey, just keep writing. You'll make a better version of that if you keep writing. And I'm telling you this advice. I need to listen to this advice to just keep writing, keep making music, and just lose my fear of. I gotta lose my fear of making something bad. I don't have that same fear when I do videos for some reason. I am churning videos out quickly. I can do a video in like 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, but 30 minutes, maybe an hour max. The shorts, maybe, 20 minutes max. And I can just do it. And if I fuck up, I don't care. I try to edit what I can out. And if there's a mistake, oh, well. But with music, I get so self-critical. And so you and your son deserve credit for not, I'm not sure if you guys deal with any self-criticism, but you just like, all right, we're not going to, I don't care. Hey, if the rap ain't perfect, I'm still going to do it on a gaming headset and just put it out there. Fuck it. You deserve credit for that because I'm trying to get the balls back to do that. I like getting all the bad ideas out. That's good. All artists make bad stuff sometimes. One less bad thing you'll make once you get a grip on what you're making. Very good point. Yeah, the instrumentals and the production are dope. And if you guys are both doing the production and he's helping with the production and the beats, he's already advanced for his age. If he's contributing anything to these beats, he's already advanced for his age. It's got that oof beat style. I don't know the names. Meme music. Okay. We'll listen to some meme music. Price is wrong. It's a test. Test. This is the test. Okay. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna mute myself again. Gonna play some meme music. Let's see what it is.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh my God. Who the hell cares? gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
Actually, it's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
Actually, it's gonna be super inconvenient, barely an easy.
Okay, I now understand meme music. I get it. With all the memes cut in, little meme sacks. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid too. And by the way, is Audio 2 the same thing you were telling me about? That's like part DAW, part social network, so you can collaborate. That's pretty dope, man. The production is all cold, man. I gotta say that the production is pretty on point. So yes, Audio Tool is that. Man, that was pretty cool stuff. That's pretty cool stuff. So man, you guys are doing pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff, man. And Central Dildo just sent Courtney some grime cipher shit. Let me see. That's 15 minutes. I ain't got 15 minutes. I might check it out after the stream, like laying down. But what is it? It's almost 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. But if you want like a rating, Dempsey, I would say 100 out of 10, man. Because I think all the production from all the songs is pretty good, pretty on point. I liked, what was it, the third one probably the most. But I think all the production is dope. Even you said that was a joke with the little meme sacks and all the memes cut in. That was still pretty cool. So yeah, I would say keep doing it. Keep doing it. I wish I knew more about marketing, that more people could hear your music and your son's music. I don't, but I think it's pretty good. So keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. And once I'm up to speed, I'll probably like hit you up as far as a collab or something. I'm not even in a state to collab. I got to get more active, do more, play more, and then maybe in a few weeks I'll play you guys some beats. I have some finished beat. Maybe let me see if there's anything worth playing. Now what we doing? I wanted to leave. I'm like, do I have anything I can play? I played the Prince cover. I haven't made shit in a minute. I played that Prince cover, I Will Die For You. That was a while ago though. Most of my files now are videos because I record. I don't think I have any new. I record all the videos in Reaper. So when I look at my recent files, they're all video, no music. So I don't have anything, but I will. I will one day. I'll be back one day. So I'm gonna get out of here because it's 3 a.m. in the morning and it's late. and I'm tired. But if you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please please do that. And even if you've done none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night and God bless. What did Dempsey say? He said, thanks, man. We're all backing you up, Vig. You ain't got to lie to kick it, Craig. No, I appreciate it. This was definitely fun. Definitely fun. All right, talk to you guys later. Thank you all for being here. Peace. A whip. What's a whip? I do not know what a whip is, Kai. He said, quit being a bitch, put out a whip. And get some feedback from when people aren't jerking off to how sick it is. There's still some music on this channel. I got the fucking the one thing where I was rapping off of J Marvelous beat. I got a freestyle stream up, so I got that work in progress. So that's the I don't even have much. I could play some chord progressions if I can even find them. I gotta prep them because, like I said, the most of my stuff I gotta find the old projects I have. I have to look around for them on the thing, and it's too late for me to do it. So maybe I'll do a stream and I'll do that dedicated to the stuff that's in progress. So when I have more time. But all right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.